Welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of Cursed Objects and Their Terrifying Tales. We are your guide into the shadowy corners of reality, where the inexplicable resides, where objects of seemingly benign nature house formidable powers. We bring to you real stories from our viewers, each a chilling narrative of their encounters with cursed objects. These accounts are teeming with the uncanny, soaked in dread, and rich with the unexpected. So let us descend together into this crypt of the creepy, this vault of the eerie, and unwrap the enigmatic tales hidden within. Unearthly Origins of Cursed Object, viewer-submitted story. I'm John, and I've always been fascinated by history and its countless tales. One summer during a vacation in Europe, I found myself wandering the charming streets of Prague, a city rich in mystique and allure. As if drawn by an invisible force, I stumbled upon a quaint antique shop tucked away in a hidden corner. Upon entering the shop, an otherworldly aura surrounded me, like I had stepped into a portal that transcended time itself. The place was filled with relics from bygone eras, each one whispering a silent tale of its own. Amidst this collection of aging curiosities, my eyes were drawn to a peculiar amulet, an odd-shaped trinket adorned with semi-precious stones and inscribed with symbols that appeared ancient and esoteric. It held an inexplicable magnetic allure, and I felt an undeniable urge to make it mine. The old shopkeeper, a wise-looking man with a flowing beard, warned me about the amulet's mysterious nature. "This amulet is no ordinary trinket, young traveler," he said, his eyes glinting with both curiosity and concern. "It is said to be a relic with unearthly origins, cloaked in a dark past. Tread carefully." But my thirst for adventure and the allure of the unknown overpowered any apprehension I felt. Ignoring the warning, I purchased the amulet, sealing my fate with an unseen force I could scarcely comprehend. As I continued my journey through Europe, strange and unsettling events began to unfold in my life. What started as an occasional shiver down my spine quickly evolved into an overwhelming sense of being watched, as if a haunting presence followed me wherever I went. Misfortunes rained down upon me like a relentless storm, causing me to doubt the wisdom of my impulsive decision. Night after night, my sleep was plagued by ghastly nightmares. I glimpsed ancient beings and shadowy figures vying for my soul's submission in these chilling visions. The amulet, which I kept close to me at all times, felt colder than ice against my skin, as if it were a conduit for malevolent forces from beyond. Even my once loyal pets cowered in fear at my presence, as though they sensed the malevolence that now surrounded me. Desperate to break free from the cursed object's clutches, I delved deep into research about its origins. I sought the counsel of historians, paranormal experts, and those well-versed in the occult. It was during one such encounter with a reclusive scholar of ancient artifacts that I learned the chilling truth. Centuries ago, in a remote village nestled amidst the mist-shrouded Carpathian Mountains, a sinister cult practiced dark rituals to summon unearthly entities. This amulet, believed to be the key to their malevolent powers, was used as a conduit to unleash terror upon the world. Their wicked practices had drawn the attention of powerful forces, and to prevent further devastation, a group of brave mystics had intervened. The mystics managed to dismantle the cult and bound the malevolent spirits to the amulet, sealing their malefic energy within its cursed core. However, the artifact's evil persisted, seeking out unsuspecting souls like a ravenous predator. I now understood the gravity of my situation. The amulet had chosen me as its next vessel, an unwitting host to the malevolence it once harbored. Determined to break free from the curse and rid myself of the amulet's sinister grasp, I embarked on a perilous quest to find the long-lost ritual that could neutralize the malevolent energies within the artifact. Guided by ancient texts and cryptic clues, my journey took me through forgotten ruins and mystical landscapes, facing trials that tested not only my courage, but also my very sanity. As the mysteries unraveled and the moment of truth approached, I realized that the battle against the malevolent forces was not just external, it was also a struggle within myself. The amulet's sinister power sought to exploit my fears, regrets, and weaknesses, attempting to devour my very soul. In the depths of a long-abandoned temple, I confronted the amulet and the spirits trapped within its malefic cage. With newfound knowledge, I recited the ancient incantations passed down by the mystics who had first bound these malevolent entities. The ritual demanded not just magical words, but also the strength of heart and purity of intent. With beads of sweat on my forehead and trepidation in my heart, I chanted the incantations with unwavering determination. The air crackled with energy, and an otherworldly vortex of dark and light swirled around me. As the last words left my lips, the amulet's venom began to wane, its cursed grip loosening. The trapped spirits resisted their confinement, but my resolve proved stronger. The amulet shattered into pieces with a final burst of energy, releasing the spirits back to their ethereal plane. Gasping for breath, I collapsed to my knees. The weight of my ordeal finally lifted from my shoulders. The curse had been broken, the malevolence defeated, and my connection to the realm of terror severed. The haunting chapter of my life had come to an end, leaving me forever changed by the harrowing journey. I returned to San Francisco, a city no longer vibrant in the same way it had once seemed. The experience had left an indelible mark on my soul, reminding me of the thin veil that separated the realms of light and darkness. I couldn't help but wonder if other cursed artifacts still lurked in the world's hidden corners, waiting for the unwary to stumble upon them. With newfound wisdom and caution, I vowed to keep the stories of my unearthly encounter alive, a testament to the existence of malevolence that thrived in the shadows, forever seeking to ensnare those who dared to tread where mortals ought not. The Sinister Haunted Doll, viewer-submitted story. I'm Sarah, a dedicated elementary school teacher from Salem, Oregon, with a deep love for vintage items and history. One sunny Saturday morning, I decided to explore a local flea market in downtown Salem, where various trinkets and treasures were displayed in colorful chaos. Amidst the jumble of goods, my eyes locked onto a beautifully crafted doll that stood out like a macabre masterpiece. This doll was unlike any I had seen before. It was dressed in an elaborate Victorian-era gown, with delicate lace and satin ribbons, giving it an air of timeless elegance. However, its glassy eyes appeared devoid of life, staring into nothingness with an unsettling intensity that sent shivers down my spine. Despite its eerie aura, something about the doll's allure drew me closer, and I felt an unexplainable connection to its history, as if it whispered a long-forgotten tale to my soul. Believing it to be a suitable addition to my growing vintage collection, I couldn't resist purchasing the doll. Little did I know that this seemingly innocent acquisition would unleash an ominous storm that would descend upon my once peaceful abode. In the nights that followed, my quaint home transformed into a stage for the uncanny. I would awaken to find the doll's position changed, as if it had a life of its own. Its glassy eyes seemed to follow my every move, leaving me feeling uneasy and watched. The laughter of a child echoed through empty halls, even though I lived alone, and inexplicable cold spots appeared randomly, sending shivers down my spine despite the warmth of the day. At first, I tried to dismiss these strange occurrences as mere tricks of the mind, attributing them to stress or imagination. However, as the events escalated, I could no longer ignore the unsettling truth. My once cozy sanctuary had become a nightmarish realm, and the doll stood at the center of these horrifying events. One particular sleepless night, I awoke to find the doll sitting at the edge of my bed, its lifeless gaze piercing through my soul. I felt an eerie presence, an otherworldly force lingering in the shadows, and a feeling of dread gripped me tightly. As I mustered the courage to move, the doll's expression seemed to shift, as if it were alive. A malevolent smile etched upon its porcelain face. My heart pounded in my chest, and I knew that I couldn't let this terrifying enigma consume me any longer. Determined to find answers and break free from the sinister clutches, I sought help from paranormal investigators and local historians, hoping they could unravel the mystery behind the haunted doll. Through hours of research and discussions with experts, a chilling tale emerged. The doll had a dark history, once belonging to a troubled young girl from the 19th century who had tragically met her demise under mysterious circumstances. Legend had it that her tormented spirit had somehow latched onto the doll, seeking solace in the mortal world. Knowledge, I delved deeper into the doll's origins, determined to find a way to sever its connection to the spirit that bound it. Together with the investigators, we embarked on a series of ancient rituals and cleansing ceremonies, hoping to release the restless soul trapped within. As the rituals unfolded, the atmosphere in my home intensified, and the doll seemed to emit an ethereal glow, as if the spirit within resisted the purification. My determination was unwavering, and with every incantation, I could sense the bond weakening inch by inch. In the climax of the ritual, the doll trembled violently, its haunting laughter echoing through the walls. As the final words of the incantation left my lips, the doll's glassy eyes turned dim, and its sinister grin slowly faded away. In that profound moment, I felt a sense of relief and closure wash over me. The sinister force that had once plagued my life was now gone, and my home was finally free from the haunting presence. Determined to prevent any further harm, I decided that the doll's malevolent history needed to be contained. With the help of the investigators, we carefully sealed the haunted doll in a specially crafted box, surrounded by powerful talismans to ensure it could never harm anyone again. From that day on, my vintage collection no longer held the same charm for me. I couldn't bear to keep any item that carried such a sinister past. Instead, I focused on spreading awareness about the potential dangers of cursed objects and the importance of understanding the history behind the items we bring into our homes. The haunted doll had become a harrowing lesson, reminding me that some objects carry the echoes of a dark past, and we must tread carefully when indulging in our fascination for the vintage and mysterious. As a teacher, I couldn't help but share this chilling tale with my students, using it as a cautionary tale about the unseen forces that can linger in our lives. My experience taught me that it's essential to approach history with respect and to learn from the past, no matter how eerie or haunting it might be. The Malevolent Mirror, viewer-submitted story. Let me introduce myself. I am Elizabeth, a young woman who inherited an old mirror that had been passed down through generations in my family. The mirror was a captivating relic, its frame adorned with intricate designs that spoke of an era long past. At first glance, it seemed like any other ordinary mirror with a reflective surface. However, as time passed, I would come to learn that this mirror held secrets far darker than I could have ever imagined. It began with subtle oddities, the kind that could be easily dismissed as tricks of the mind. My reflections seemed to move independently at times, not matching my own movements. I would catch glimpses of strange, contorted shapes staring back at me from the mirror's glass. The faces that appeared would haunt my dreams, filled with an indescribable agony and despair. As the days turned into weeks, the experiences intensified, and the mirror's malevolent nature revealed itself in chilling clarity. I started to avoid looking into it, fearing what I might see. But the mirror seemed to beckon me, drawing me near with an irresistible pull. It was as if it wanted me to peer deeper into its depths, to explore the darkness lurking within. I tried to convince myself that it was just my imagination playing tricks on me, but the nightmares I began to experience were too real to be ignored. Vivid and haunting, they took me to places I had never been, with people I had never met, and immersed me in horrors I could not comprehend. Every time I looked into the mirror, the boundary between the world I knew and the realm trapped within its depths blurred. It was as if the mirror served as a portal, bridging the gap between our reality and the sinister world it concealed. I sought answers from friends, family, and experts, but none could provide a satisfactory explanation. Some suggested that it was just an old mirror, nothing more, and that I was merely overthinking the strange occurrences. But deep down, I knew there was something far more malevolent at play. Desperate for a solution, I delved into the history of the mirror and my family's lineage. It was during this research that I unearthed dark tales from the past. The mirror's origins trace back to a time when my ancestors dabbled in the occult and attempted to harness the powers of the unknown. In their pursuit of forbidden knowledge, they had unwittingly unleashed a malevolent force, a presence that had taken residence within the mirror. Armed with this newfound understanding, I knew that breaking the curse would be a treacherous task, one that demanded courage and determination. Together with a group of paranormal investigators and spiritual guides, I prepared for a ritual that could sever the mirror's connection to the malevolent realm. In a dimly lit room, surrounded by incense and ancient relics, we performed the ritual, invoking the protective energies of our ancestors. As the incantations filled the air, the mirror seemed to pulsate with energy, resisting the cleansing we sought to impose. The battle against the malevolent force was arduous and rife with uncertainty. The mirror fought back, showing us glimpses of the horrifying realm it harbored, but we persisted with unwavering resolve. In the climax of the ritual, the mirror trembled, a testament to the dark entity's desperation to maintain its hold. But our collective intent was stronger, and with one final chant, the mirror shattered into 1,000 pieces, releasing the malevolent force back to the shadows from whence it came. The room fell silent, and I felt a weight lift from my shoulders. The curse had been broken, and the malevolent mirror was now nothing more than a heap of broken glass and fragmented memories. As I surveyed the remains of the cursed object, I couldn't help but feel a sense of closure and relief. The mirror's malevolence had been contained, and I had broken free from its sinister grasp. From that day forward, I vowed to tread more carefully when encountering ancient heirlooms with hidden histories. The experience had taught me the importance of understanding the objects we inherit and the potential dangers they may carry from the past. Though the malevolent mirror was no longer a part of my life, its haunting tale would forever remain etched in my memory, a reminder of the dangers that lurked behind seemingly innocent objects. I had survived this harrowing ordeal, and I was determined to use my experience to raise awareness about the unseen forces that could lay dormant within our possessions, waiting to be awakened by unsuspecting hands. In the end, I found solace in sharing my story, not only as a cautionary tale, but also as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. We may encounter malevolence and darkness in our lives, but with courage, determination, and the support of those who stand by us, we can triumph over the shadows and emerge stronger than ever before. The malevolent mirror had taught me the value of confronting our fears and seeking help when needed, for it is in these moments that we truly discover the strength that lies within us. Tonight, we traverse through these haunting tales of cursed objects shared by our viewers, from an amulet that unleashed a storm of misfortunes, a doll that housed a sinister presence, to a mirror that served as a gateway to the horrific. We've stepped into the chilling world of the inexplicable and the paranormal. We hope these stories serve as a chilling reminder that the world is riddled with mysteries, and some objects harbor a sinister past that can send ripples of horror into the present. If you too have had an encounter with a cursed object, we invite you to share your story for a future episode. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more encounters with the spine-chilling and the unexplained.